Hello guys, you're welcome again to another After Effects tutorials, and today I want to show you how you can create a Google style logo animation in Adobe After Effects like this one. This is a custom animation, therefore you can apply this to any logo animation of your choice. So support me on this one. Do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then turn on the notification. Come back, let's get started. Now in Adobe After Effects, I'm going to create a new composition, rename your composition. Then I'm going to set the resolution to 1920 by 1080, then 30 frames per second. The entire duration of this composition is going to be 10 seconds, although the entire length of the logo animation is just 6 seconds. Then you hit OK. Right click on your timeline, go to new and create a new solid layer. So I'm going to call this BG. Make comp size and then hit OK. Make sure the BG is black, or you can select any dark color of your choice. So now we're going to import the logo. I'm going to bring in this logo into the project manager window and then drag and drop it into the timeline. This is a Google logo, so of course feel free to download it from Google search, or you can use any logo of your choice. So I'm going to hit S to scale this down. I'm going to scale this down to about 30. Now I'm going to make sure no layer is selected. I'm going to go to the pen tool right here and then set the fill to none. And then set a stroke color to white or any contrasting color to your logo. Of course, I'm going to set this thickness to about 8. Then I'll pull in and start tracing right from here. After tracing, we're going to increase the stroke thickness to cover our logo. Hit UU on your keyboard to reveal the properties. Then on this add option, add a trim path. So we're going to move your time indicator to 20 frames forward in time. Then expand the trim path option and then set a keyframe for the end, and then change the value of the end to 0. Move 3 seconds 20 frames forward in time and then change the value of the end to 100. Collapse all the options by hitting U on your keyboard. Then we're going to select the logo and set the track matte to alpha matte, and this is going to give you this. Beautiful. Now right click on your timeline, go to new and then create a new solid layer. We're going to name this light. Then make sure it's comp size and then also make sure the color of the layer is black. Then hit OK. So we're going to add the lens flare to this. On the lens type, I'm going to change that to 105 mm. I'm going to change the flare brightness to 22. I'm going to move my time indicator to 20 frames forward in time and set a keyframe for the flare brightness, and then move back to 0 and set the keyframe value to 0. I'm going to move to this point very close to the last keyframe on the shape layer. Then I'm going to set a keyframe for the light brightness. Then I'm going to move 20 frames forward in time about this point and set the brightness value to 0. On the mask layer here, the shape layer, I'm going to expand all the properties. Then I'm going to expand the shape and then expand this part. Then select the part, Ctrl C on your keyboard to copy it. Then I'm going to go right here on the light layer. Then I'll expand until I see the flare center, select it, then move your time indicator to this second keyframe to 20 frames forward in time, and then Ctrl V on your keyboard to paste that part position. Hold the Alt key to drag this to extend this forward, and also hold Shift to snap it to these last keyframes. So if you preview now, this is what you're gonna have. You see your light going through this. Beautiful. For now, we can only see the light going around. To see your logo, we need to change the blend mode for the light layer. So we're going to set that to screen. Now we can see the logo revealing and also the light going through, but we're still going to do some more work here. So what I'm going to do now is to select the lens flare effect and Ctrl D twice, so that I can duplicate it 2 times. Now also hit U on your keyboard to reveal all the keyframes associated with all of that. So I'm going to go to this first one on the timeline right here. I'm going to go back to these keyframes right here. So I'm going to set this to 12. I'm going to set this next one to 6. I'm going to duplicate this first one. Ctrl D on your keyboard to duplicate it. But what I'm going to do here, I'm going to change the property here. I'm going to set the lens type to 50 mm so that I can get some warmth into this light. So hit U again to collapse all these options. Now we're going to have this. Beautiful. So we're going to do one more thing so that we can add more professional touch to this logo animation. Otherwise, if you're a beginner, this is simply enough. So what I'm going to do now is make sure no layer is selected. Then I'll come to this and select the ellipse tool. Then I'll set the fill to white and then set the stroke color to none. You can pull it so that you can see this very well. So I'm going to draw a simple circle right here just to cover a little bit of this. So I'll drop the tool and then hold down Control and double click on the anchor tool so that I'll center the anchor point. So what I'm going to do is to create a little animation, but however I need to select this layer so that I can reveal the keyframe so that I can use that for the timing. Hit S on the keyboard for this and set a keyframe for the scale. Then come back to this point and set the scale value to 0. Then I'm going to also come down to this last keyframe and set a new keyframe. Then go forward in time to about 20 frames and then set the scale value to 0. Hit P to reveal the position property. I'm going to copy this part option, go into the stroke and select this part and then copy this part, Ctrl C like we did before. Then go back to here where you have this shape layer, select the position property and then move your time indicator to this point, to the first keyframe, and then Ctrl V to paste that part property. So what I'm going to do is to hold down Option key or Alt key on your keyboard if you're using Windows, then hold Shift together to snap this to this position. That way we're going to have this shape layer going around with the light. Beautiful. And also disappearing at the same time as the light. With your shape layer selected, we're going to add the effect called CC Radial Blur. That is CC Radial Fast Blur. Set the zoom type to brightest. Set amount to 85. Hit T also on the keyboard to reveal the opacity. I'm going to set this opacity to 40. Move your time indicator to about 18 frames forward in time. To set a keyframe for the center, move the center to the left. So I'll move my time indicator forward to this point, set the center position to the right. So at the middle of the animation right here, I'm going to set the center to down here. So if you preview the entire animation, that is what you have. Select this and move it below the light. Then I'm going to select this light and duplicate it. So I'm going to hit U to reveal the keyframe. I'll just randomize this scale right here. So I'm also going to hit T on my keyboard to reduce the opacity. I'm going to set the opacity here to 25. So if you preview the entire animation now, this is what you got. Beautiful. So you can keep duplicating this to add more style to this lens flare. So I'm going to right click on my timeline, then go to new and create a new null object. Make everything on the timeline except the background the child of this null object. Hit S on the null object to reveal the scale property and set a keyframe for the scale. I'm going to change this to 80. So, and I'm coming to this point where the logo starts revealing. Then I'm gonna set the scale value to 120. So if you preview now, this is what you have, and this is how you can create a custom logo animation, the Google style, in Adobe After Effects without the use of any third-party plugin. If you learned something new on this video, please hit the like button. That will enable the algorithm to suggest this to more people. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, and I'll reply to all questions as quick as I can. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can support me in any way. You can give me super thanks, subscribe to my membership, whatever way you want to support me with. Even if you share the video, that is also a huge support and it is highly appreciated. If you like the video, leaving a comment is all a support. So in whatever way you are able to support me, I highly appreciate you. So until I see you again on the next one, my name is SSB Otaru from MotionDigit Studios.